Okay, guys, so you're starting here. And what we've got right now, this is one composition B. We're continuing to bring everything together. And now we're going to start bringing the other parts of it together. We're also going to merge. There were supposed to be 3 videos. We're going to wrap this up in 2 because I think it's going to go smooth enough that you'll be able to follow it. Okay, so we have what you see here, a staff, a clef, and a time signature. So far, so good. That should be pretty straightforward, right? Let's review what all of these what happens with all of these. Okay, so the clef tells you your letters on the lines and the spaces. And the time, in this case, is 4/4. 4 beats per measure. In each measure, the notes value have to add up to 4. So, well, how do you know the value? Let's review. Time signature. Number of beats for whole note. Okay, so number of beats in the whole note. So if the whole note equals 4, and then the half note has to equal what? What's half of a whole? 2. Quarter note, quarters 1/2 of a half, or a quarter of a whole. 25 cents, 50 cents, dollar. 1. Okay, and eighth note gets 1/2, but we're not going to worry about that one today. Okay, so there's your clef, your key, and your time. Now, this is a melody I wrote. I want you to pause the video and copy this down on your staff. Okay? All right, you should be back by now. If you didn't pause the video to do this, pause it now. I wrote in notes, and right now, it doesn't sound like you think it's going to sound. But what we're going to do is fix that. Now, we have 2 ways to fix it. We can use accidentals, or we can use a key signature. We're going to take a look at both. Now, remember, accidentals, sharp, flat, and natural. These 2 lead to the key signature, but one or the other, not both. Some of you had that question many times. You can always have sharps or always have flats, but never both. 19C. We'll tell you all about it. You just took a quiz on it Monday the 10th, 11th. So, here we are. Well, to make this sound right, because I know what it is, if you've played it on an instrument, you know it's not going to sound right if you have an instrument available. I know what it is, and I can tell you that we need some sharps. So, we're going to make all the F's sharp. Now, how do we do that? Well, let's first see what it looks like with accidentals. Let me turn the page, and this is what it looks like with accidentals. You have a sharp covering this F right here, and this sharp on this F. That makes this F sharp. That makes this F sharp. However, what about these 2? What about those? Are they sharp or are they naturals? They're sharp. Why? Because this accidental lasts the whole measure until the bar line. Do you see another accidental changing it? No, you don't. Okay, so that means that these are also F sharp. All right, now this is what it looks like with accidentals. And there is nothing wrong with this. This is right. This is right. This is like saying 2 plus 2 is 4. Key signatures, like saying 1 plus 3 is 4. It's the same thing. Okay? Now, we have this. Let's see what it looks like in a key signature. All right, now, what does this key signature tell us? I'm going to circle it in red, and we're going to figure out what it means with purple here. Okay, so first thing it tells us is we need to find the line it's on. Well, this sharp looks like it's on the top line. That would be every good boy does fine, F. So we have sharp, this F, and then it's on the third space, it looks like, F-A-C-E, F-A-C. Sharp is C. So that means this. I'm going to try to write slow and neat. All F's and all C's are sharp, no matter where on the staff they occur. Okay, now that's important to remember. Let's go back and look at something. If, for some reason, I'm going to draw this in red out here just to make the point, I had let's see, okay, here we go. Now I know how to do it. Better way to explain it. So I had F sharp right here, just like I have through all of this. Is this F sharp right now? No, it's not. Because this accidental only touches that space. The accidental in the staff only can affect where it touches. It does not touch up top, it only touches here. The key signature does what it does because it's back at the beginning. It's like saying in all of your problems, all of your numbers are negative or something like that. It means for the whole thing, just like it says right here, all F's and all C's are sharp, no matter what. Okay? Now, unless, let me take that no matter what back. Unless I were to do that and make that a natural. In which case, this one only is F natural. Okay? Now, what if I did that here? Then that one, and that one are all F natural. Okay? Let's go one more. Let's just see how far we can take it. Just so you can understand how far down the rabbit hole you can go. Now, this one is F sharp. And these are F natural. Okay? So the key signature matters unless something else changes it. I go back to my speed limit analogy. All of you have been on a freeway at some point or been on any street and you're driving along, and you're riding in your car and all of a sudden everything comes to a stop or it goes slow because your parents have entered a construction zone and you have to slow down there or you get a ticket. Okay? That's what an accidental is. An accidental is the work zone. For one brief moment, everything changes until you leave that zone. And the zone is the measure or unless something else comes after it. Okay? Now, let's go to labeling. We've done this, but I want to make sure we know how to do it and make sure we get it right. How many beats does a quarter note get in this song? 1. So each one of these, gotta get my right color. What happened down there? Okay. 1, 1, 1, 1. Why? Because all of these are quarter notes. 1, 1, whoop. Okay, we have some options here. We can know, just by knowing in practice, that a half note is 2 beats in this particular time, or we can figure it out another way if we're not sure. How many beats per measure? Oh, different color. Now we'll use yellow. How many beats per measure? 4. Okay. Well, we know, so we have 4. And then how many have we got for this more? 1 minus 1 minus 1 equals what? 2. So this is 2 beats. How did we get there? Let me say that again. We know there's 4 beats in each measure. Here's a beat, here's a measure. This is the end of the measure. These are the bar lines surrounding the measure. So this is your measure. So this whole space has to equal 4. So what do we got? We know we have to start with 4. So we put 4. Let me get it in the right color. We know I have to equal 4. So we have 4. We know these quarter notes are 1 minus 1 minus 1. That means this half note is 2. Okay? Now, we know that. Let's do our letters. Lost my color. There it is. All right. Now, We know the letters. First space is F, but is it just F? No, it is not. It is F sharp. Okay, that means we know that anything else that's an F is an F sharp. So let's go over here. This is an F sharp. This is an F sharp. This is an F sharp. Okay. First line is D, E, E. And if we go one below that to right under the staff, that's D. Now, the one elephant in the room. What is this doing over here? Well, in your test, you noticed that you had to match the names of each key signature with the number of sharps or flats. I want you to start learning that. That's going to be a big preparation for next year. Okay, so 2 sharps is D. You should know these. Just go ahead and start memorizing them. Put them on a flashcard. If you need me to, I'll put them on a Quizlet and I'll share the Quizlet to you guys. Doesn't matter. It's fine with me. But I'll make sure you know it. Okay? All right. Review these 2 videos over and over and over. If you have me for 2 days, review them twice a day. You're not going to have a quiz on Friday. Okay? Friday's going to be a different assignment. I'm not sure what yet. But you will have a quiz on Monday. But for right now, I want you to review these 2 videos in depth. Okay, if you have questions, post them under the announcement for the assignment, and I will see you next time.